Joining me now, Mark Alderman, Cozen O'Connor, Public Strategies Chairman, and Harlan Hill, Democratic strategist and a Bernie Sanders supporter. Mark, should he stay in or move out?
I think Bernie has every right to take his campaign to the convention, but I think he has to think about his end game. I think he needs to run respectfully. I think he needs to be beginning and talk about policy and not personality, and end this on a note he can be proud of.
Well, Harlan, one thing that was really beginning to hurt Hillary nationwide, not necessarily in New York last night, but were Bernie's attacks on her connections to Wall Street, whether it was getting paid for speeches by Wall Street firms or getting money from Wall Street. And look at this. The exit poll from New York yesterday among Democrats, 63% say that Wall Street hurts the U.S. economy. Only 30% says it helps the U.S. economy. So that was really hurting her.
No doubt. And this is no surprise to any of us Sanders supporters. Look, Bernie's been asking her for a long time, release the transcripts. She refuses to. She said, release your tax returns.
Continue with that message against her?
He absolutely should. He absolutely should. Look, Hillary's campaign manager, Robbie Mook, said that this election is going to come down to trust, not just the primary election, but the general election. And when you look at the polling, people overwhelmingly do not trust Hillary Clinton. Over 60% of Americans say that they do not trust her. So if we're actually talking about, if this is really the defining issue of this campaign, why is she losing on it? And I think one of the important issues that she's losing on as it relates to trust is Wall Street.
Well, Mark, not only do Democrats hate Wall Street, but a lot of Republicans do. I think the majority of the Republicans polled in exit polls last night also think that Wall Street does more harm than good. So this charge was sticking and hurting her and could hurt in the general in November.
Well, Wall Street has a problem. In New York, of all states, Wall Street, among a majority of Republicans and Democrats, was seen as hurting the economy more than helping.
Right.
Bobby Kennedy said, in politics, you have to hang a lantern on your problem. I think that Wall Street should think about hanging a lantern on this problem and engage with both parties and with Main Street to talk about something that's clearly an issue.
They could do all the talking. I think that their solution is just to spread money around to everybody and see whether that helps them when it comes to legislation. But Harlan, why has Bernie not touched the email stuff? I
do not understand it. Email, guys, look, she has a 30-year track record of lies, deceit, and fraud. I don't know why he hasn't actually litigated this in the court of public opinion. It blows my mind.
And he is not going to, as far as
he's not going to, but Donald Trump will. He's the inevitable nominee on the Republican side, and he's very well equipped to.
Mark, if Donald Trump does that, how much of that sticks? I mean, clearly her distrust figures have been going up over the past year. Isn't a lot of that because of the revelations about her emails?
Hillary Clinton is not going to get indicted for her emails.
No, but it's hurting her. That wasn't the question, Mark. Hasn't it been hurting her, and won't Donald Trump be able to use it against her?
Donald Trump is going to use everything he has against her.
You're probably
but
right.
She is formidable, and she is going to be
How
every
is she formidable? She's even okay. So everybody says that she's great with African Americans, but when you look at African Americans under 50, Bernie Sanders wins them. The only demographic that she carries are people that are 65 and older. So. Look, this is a problem for her. If we're going into the general election, she needs to reconcile with these people. She's not even attempting to do that right now.
Final word to Mark, quickly, Mark.
She does. She needs to show Senator Sanders and his supporters all of the respect and deference that they deserve, and she's going to do that just as Senator Obama did for her 8 years ago.
Well, I got to say, it's fun to watch on both sides, on both Democratic and Republican side. Mark and Harlan, thank you very much.